what's happening. Heath is trenching for water. And look at this. We have a meter. And that's where we're going to be parked. And it's going to overlook, don't mind the tree that needs to be burned, the garden. Very, very exciting things. So Heath, or actually, our neighbor messaged me today saying that the electric company said that it could be like 3 to 5 business days. And then Heath drove by just to see. He was like, I saw the glass dome. I think the meter's in. So we decided to come over, and sure enough, it is there. And we have all the stuff to set up the water except for our bag of concrete that got left in our friend's truck. So Heath is working on getting this all set up as much as we can today. We have more rain tomorrow. I'm going to take you over to the garden because I know you guys saw that one video, but we had a ton of rain. Still don't have any ground cover, so don't judge me. But the plants are like starting to dig their roots in, I think, because they are growing. So I contacted a lumber mill not too far from here to find out, because someone had suggested that you can sometimes get free mulch from lumber mills. Well, it was a cedar mill, so I think that was my first mistake. They wanted $24 a yard, and it came down to like the math of if we were to mulch this whole thing, almost $2,000. I was like, no thank you. So we're still trying to figure that out. We did have a really good suggestion from one of our friends on Patreon. If you haven't joined our Patreon, join our Patreon. It would be super helpful to us. The link will be in the description. But they were giving us advice on how to do grass compost. And it's like an 18-day thing. So that's something we might look into. Also, I need to come in here and mound because I didn't do that. I'm learning, guys. I know a lot of things about gardening, but there's a lot that I'm still learning. This is my first time doing such a large space. So anyways, I'm gonna flip this around and show you guys the plants. The tomatillos really look like they have started to dig their roots in. My zinnias are blooming. Well, they were already blooming, but okay, I'll show you. So those are the tomatillos and the ground cherries. The tomatillos definitely look like they've gotten bigger. Peppers are doing all right. I think they went through a little bit of a change, but there's a pepper on that far one. My zinnias over here. Flowers definitely grew, which is exciting. Are doing good, and then down there the corn. Okay, so I had to take a break because our neighbor brought us some homemade zucchini bread and zucchini brownies, because the other day I was walking by her garden and I was like, hey, there's a zucchini near the size of my calf. And so anyways, she brought me some, and Heath and I'd show you, but we ate it already. So lay some cardboard down just for now because there's a lot of grass coming in. But the melons are doing really good and actually starting to like vine out. A few beans, but they're also kind of perking up, I guess. I don't know. They're doing all right. My sunflowers here are doing good. Did lose a couple of corn. I've noticed like I've had a caterpillar problem. A couple broke from, like there's one on the ground from the storm we had, but they're still growing and they're doing good, which is very exciting. I don't know, tomatoes that need to go in. I am going to try and prune them and separate them from their cups and let them kind of perk up a little bit before I do that. And a couple more sunflowers right here. And the squash and zucchini are doing pretty good. Deer tracks, and she stepped on one of them, which is very irritating. But I don't think she's eating them, so that's good. Yeah, once this is like really, that is not what I think I thought it was. That is not a squash or a zucchini. If it is a squash, it is a vining squash. Interesting. Okay, that's all right. But yeah, back over here to the okra. So, guys, it won't be long before when I come out here to show you this stuff, it like really looks like a garden and not just like a big pile of dirt and a few plants. A lot more things have to be planted. I know We had a friend who was talking to one of our other friends recently, and they're from up north, and they were like, oh, it's too late to plant things now. Like, no. Not down here in the south. We're in zone 7B, so we have quite a long growing season, so we definitely have time to plant more things and, you know, do succession growing and stuff like that. So that's an update on the garden, and I will see you guys next time.